Back on Inside Tennessee, good Sunday morning. Janet.
Ashley, you're a Knoxville native, and the contributions you have made to this community are game-changing. On the side note, you're also a promoter of national and international renown, and would love to know, was there ever a point throughout your career that you thought about leaving Knoxville to set up shop elsewhere?
Yes, I think early on it felt like that there was, maybe the grass was greener in New York or in Nashville or in LA, but this was home, and it also felt like an extraordinary opportunity. The opportunities elsewhere were mostly to go to work for someone else, and the opportunity in Knoxville was to do it myself. And I started doing it really without even realizing it was going to be my vocation. I was a music fan, and I started promoting concerts for fun.
Well, and piggybacking on that, I mean, you're the consummate entrepreneur. You're a self-taught man, and to that point, a lot of trial and error. And what would you say might be your greatest failed accomplishment?
Oh, there are so many. There are numerous concerts that didn't do well. Fortunately, there were, it all balanced out where I could at least keep going. But it's hard to say because you learn lessons from almost every experience. So I guess Ella Garou's was an extraordinary experience, and it was a failure, and we got shut down. I had to declare bankruptcy after that 2.5-year experience. So on one hand it was a failure, on the other hand it completely laid the groundwork for everything that came afterwards.
I had a lot of great memories there.
I think a few of us have had quite a few.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I mean, I met so many people, so many artists that I still work with today, and so many relationships that were important for building my career. So even though that venture itself failed, it's hard to look back on it and call it a failure.
Where did Bonnaroo and Big Ears Festival, the story behind the names?
I can take no credit for Bonnaroo, really. We literally bounced names around, thousands of names. We had these enormous list of names, and my friends were, my partners were based in New Orleans, and they kept looking to New Orleans history and lore for a name, and that's where it came from. Dr. John had an album called Destitutively Bonnaroo, and he actually came to Bonnaroo and played that record at one point, from start to finish as a late night show. So.
And how about Big Ears, to Janet's question too?
Big Ears, Hector Kirko, a guitar player, used to play in town all the time. I'm gonna give Hector props for that name, but simply because he described me as someone with big ears, and so I just kind of took that and ran with it. But
you were hoping he didn't mean literally, just figuratively, and
I can't,
No, they're proportioned well. So
but it's a term that's not uncommon in the music business for someone who, if you worked for a record company and had big ears, you were the kind of person who could recognize a hit or a future star. If you're a recording engineer, you're said to have big ears because you know how to bring out the best in a music performance in the studio. So it's got multiple meanings, but Hector gets credit for that one.
Your pinch me moment, Paul McCartney, just one of many, but was there a time at Bonnaroo in particular where you looked out on the crowd and thought, this is a moment these people are never going to forget? Was there a show, side show, big show that really stood out?
That really happened so many times over the years.
Same thing.
It happened for us. The first year standing on that stage and looking out at the audience that was there to hear Widespread, it was a breathtaking moment. I mean, we could basically feel our entire world changing, and when we announced that we'd be back next year, same place, same time, everybody just erupted into this incredible applause, and it was it was really transformational as an experience. But there were so many concerts that, Neil Young and Crazy Horse Under the Full Moon, Radiohead's first performance at Bonnaroo was just an epic experience. Springsteen, all of those, unforgettable moments. I feel so grateful to have had those experiences.
We're going to take another quick break. Back with more with Ashley Capp's one unforgettable moment. Just personally, in 2009, 15 years ago, the Beastie Boys played their last concert ever at Bonnaroo. That was a memorable show. We'll be right back right after this.